This is Kirk with Forex Strategy Secrets, and what we're going to be doing is talking about the saddle buy, saddle sell. And this is just introduction to this particular strategy. And we're not going to go into great depth. It takes more than just a one little webinar to do this. And there's places you can find this material. In our course material, we go through it. We're giving you an introduction right here. And then we've added, just in the last couple of months, in Module 7 of our course material, there's a whole video over an hour with detailed instructions and a trading plan how to trade this particular strategy. This is a powerful strategy. If this is all you did, you would increase your chances of winning by a great deal. Now, one thing I wanted to mention to you, Brett, thanks for bringing it up that you were new or hadn't been trading it. If you're brand new to Forex, this is a great place to be. If you have been trading Forex for a while, this is also a great place to be. Those of you who are new, told that our system is very simple, straightforward, and easy to understand, and you'll be able to determine maybe that after the session today. Those of you who have been around a while, the thing that we're going to share with you would be to enhance your current method of trading, not to take away any of the successful things you're doing, but to enhance what you're already doing. That's what many traders tell us. They say, oh, just by doing this, it really made me a better trader because now it tied many things together for us. So let's get started with that introduction. Is what we're going to show you is how to find a saddle buy and a saddle sell. Okay, so what we're looking for, I'll show you the very obvious one, and then we can go through and look at many different examples. Where this color from red to blue, where it changes right there, that is a saddle buy. This is more subtle, red to blue. That's a saddle buy as well. Now we're going to put a vertical line right there. Now notice where it hit. Notice what happened right shortly thereafter. There was a nice move. This is we're on a 1 hour chart, and there was a nice move right there. Let's look at this first one. Right there, went red to blue, and look at that decent move that we had there. Now if it goes from red to blue, that's a saddle buy. Now I picked another area that I wanted to show you. We'll go through more examples, but on the EuroCAD, in a nice trend like that, you're going to see. Now what was the example? When it changed from red to blue, and it's below the zero line, and then went back blue to red. Right at that point, that's where the heads up for that trade would be. Right there. We go over here. Here's another one. There's a saddle sell right there. Notice a little trade happened there. Notice right there, another one. Now, one thing, you notice that there are different lengths. That we do not know what the length of the trade is going to be. We just know there's a high probability chance that when that setup hits, that pattern appears, you will be able to have a great chance of having a high probability trade. And here's another one, and here's another one, and this is really that wouldn't be a good one, but it's a small one. Now here's another one right here. Now there's a difference between this last one I'm showing you and all the rest over here. That's a whole other section of our course. So we actually tell you when things are coming to an end and where you may or may not want to take this last one. Okay, we also have, you notice the first one came right here. There was a possibility we would have missed this part based on this strategy. In our material, we show you how to recognize when this one is forming up here. So we can literally take 90% of this trade, this move, from the beginning to the end, and make some decent pips on that. That's the saddle sells. Right here was the saddle buy. If you entered right here, it did. It must have been a news announcement. It did go like almost 90 pips in that direction, and then it came back. Had it come back, you probably would not have lost on that. You may not have made the full 90 pips, and you may have gone to a different time frame to manage that, but there was a good trade right there. Right here, there was a nice trade there for 30 pips. There's another saddle buy right there for trades. 30, 40, 50, 90, 100 pips. There's a lot of them all over the place. Now right here, why would you not want to take that? Well, obviously you can see that it's been going sideways, and there's some heads up. And here's the heads up. This is not a saddle sell, but there's a point right there that we show in our course material is to get you in on this trade. Then, of course, your saddle sell puts us in right towards a little bit on that one. So that's during a sideways market. There's still some moves. Here's one little word of caution. What if the market's going sideways on that particular currency pair? What do you do? One thing you can do is go look at a different time frame would be one idea. Okay, I'm just going to mark this general area. We'll look at both sides of this. Let's go to a 1 hour time frame. Right over here, get a little better entry, and there was a 60 pip move on that one. Another one right here, that one you would have at least broken even, and a little one right here probably broken even. Now here's a saddle sell. See, this is during the sideways market. Now right here we show you how to trade that and not miss that one also. So that's one thing. Go to a different time frame if you can't find anything on that particular area. There's a couple of days here that just went really choppy. Then all of a sudden it started trending again. We got into some more saddle sells. There's one here. There's one there. So that's how you find them. That's all we've been talking about so far is how to find them when this indicator goes from blue to red on the bottom. That's a saddle sell. Or if it goes from red to blue on the top, then that's a saddle buy. Now, why am I not telling you what the indicator is? Because I want you to come to our trading room, and there we're open. We tell everybody what's going on. You hear us talk about the indicators and name them. I can tell you what it is, but if you don't know how to use it, that's detrimental to you. If you see how we use it in our trading rooms, watch some videos, come to more of these free webinars, that alone will help also. And then you can learn how to use the indicator. Some of you may know what it is. That's not the point. Just be cautious. Don't try and trade real money, live money, until you know how to use it with all of our indicators. If someone else has a different way of using it, that's okay. But if you're using it the way we use it, you need to know how the indicators work together. I don't know of anyone that's using this combination of indicators together like we use them. There's some people that use this indicator, some people use this indicator. But that's just a word of caution. So what we've done is show you how to find the saddle buy, saddle sells. Okay, I'm going to leave it right. I'm going to put this kind of in the middle of the screen, move this anchor right to there, leave that vertical line right there. Now we're on the Euro CAD. I'm just going to scroll through some different currency pairs. Now we're going to see, are all currency pairs looking like this, where it turns into be choppy? Let's take a look. Let's look at the Euro Aussie. See, it was kind of choppy, and then all of a sudden it went into a nice move. Let's look at this Swiss yen. It had just come out of a good move. See the saddle buys right there, and the CAD yen. It was pretty choppy too. This one just came out of a nice down move. This one, I don't see, oh, there was a saddle buy right over here, so we did have a little bit of a move right there. But here's where you need our other tools to really catch this particular move going down there. Let's look at an Aussie pair. That was choppy right there for that day. And a couple of good moves you can spot. Just this is one strategy is all we're showing how that works there. Let's grab a couple of pound pairs here. That one, it had a few saddle sells in here. Remember, we're looking where it turns from blue to red on the bottom. Pound Swiss came out of a nice move right there. So some of them are just coming out, some of them are just starting. And so if you can't find one that's looking good, go to a different currency pair or go to a different time frame. If you can't find anything on 25 pairs that looks good to you on 2 or 3 different time frames, then what do? Go do something else. The market will be setting up, and you can come back when it's ready to go. You may only have an hour or two a day to trade. That's okay. Many times throughout the week, during that time when you can watch it, the market will move relatively good setups, and all throughout the time that you can watch the market sometime during the week. We're going to do a brief explanation of how to use it. When you see it, there's certain ways, there's certain parameters. It comes out here. This is the part we're looking at right here. So we're going to be looking, and I'm going to circle it here so you can see the area that we're looking at. So you can find it on a larger time frame would be one thing. Then look at a smaller time frame. See, this one had a move earlier, and it had another confirmation right here within that box. I'm going to put another line right here. Okay, see that saddle sell? This was really a great move right here. What did it look like on the 4-hour? Well, it was kind of a discontinuation of the previous move, but you can see it went sideways there. So the use is to go to a different time frame. Let's go to a 30-minute and see what it looks like. Okay, this is another saddle sell. There's a saddle sell. This saddle sell hit both the 30 and the 1 hour. Both said that is a place that you could consider entering the trade. Now, have you gotten the hint that this can be used on many different time frames? Maybe you could use it on the 15-minute, but I would say stay 30, 1 hour, 4 hour. You can even use it on the day. Let's go look at a day scenario and see what it does for you. Okay, here's a saddle sell right here. That was only 150 pips, but it took a couple of days to do it. Here's another saddle sell right there. That went as far as 150 pips. Now, you might take it on that time frame. Now, I have people ask me all the time, well, how do you catch the big moves? I always seem to miss the big moves. Occasionally, you're going to find one on the day chart. So whenever a new day bar forms, which will be forming in probably about 45 minutes for most charts, right there, you see a saddle buy, and there's 160 pips. It took a few days to form on that one. Let's just mark that period right there. Now what I'm going to do is go to the 4-hour. Okay, now we've marked this saddle sell on a day chart. Now I'm going to go to a 4-hour. Look at that nice move there. It looks better on the 4-hour than it did on the 1 day. It took a couple of days to form, but it's 250 pips. Let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, you're starting to see some good entry points right here. You may have missed a little bit up here, but you caught that part, and you caught a big portion of that part. So find them on the larger time frames, and you can go down and fine-tune them in the smaller time frames. So you find the direction of that trend on a larger time frame just using a saddle buy, saddle sell, and you can fine-tune it. So what have we talked about? We've talked about how to find them, which time frames to work them on. You know, it's multiple time frames. It's not just one. And a little bit briefly, how to use them. Now, there's a lot more to it than just that, but it's very simple. And so that's why you need to come to our training rooms and or look at Module 7 in the course material. And there's 1 hour recording, might even be an hour and plus minutes, plus the course material instruction about this one concept because it's so powerful. Okay, now this answers the one big question that I wanted to make sure that we covered. And that is, if you have the question, how do I find the entry of the big moves when the trend is moving? This should answer that question. You're getting at the beginning of the moves. Not everyone's going to be a big one, but you learn to watch them and use a technique called simulated trading. If you use the simulated trading, then you'll be able to pick up this concept relatively quickly. Okay, be thinking of some questions. I'm going to do a little bit of simulated trading, not in the detail that it needs to be done, but where can you find how to do that? You can go into the free material. You should have access to Jumpstart. If you're in this webinar, you have signed up someplace for our Jumpstart strategy. Now, maybe you didn't take advantage of it or didn't even know you had access to it. It's an additional free strategy. It shows you some high probability entries, but it shows you how to simulate trade. That means get a lot of experience in a short period of time. So I'm going to go to a place where we know there is some saddle cells. Well, this is the place right here. So we're going to move over here. And then I'm going to put a vertical line there. I'm going to do my anchor. This is the basic setup for doing simulated trading. If you've never seen this anchor and don't know where to find it, you see right up here, auto scroll and chart shift. Chart shift is the top one. Auto scroll is where it just goes, you can go one section at a time and it'll stay there. No matter what the market's doing, it'll stay there as long as this little arrow's on. Now I'm going to show you where you find it. If you haven't ever used it before, see how little it is? It'll be right in this corner. It's usually right here in that corner is where you're going to see it. And watch it go away. When I hit the auto scroll, see it goes away. I hit the chart shift. Okay, so once you have the anchor set here and put a vertical line there, this is just to let us know where we started. Then I'm going to hit the F12 key, and the chart moves across one bar at a time. So this is just going to go below. That's what you're looking for is it's red, then it turned blue. Well, when it turned blue, that means it's below, so you're waiting for it to turn red again, right there. That would be a saddle cell. And you can see that that's where the move started. And then you'd have to determine where you're going to get out. Now there's another saddle cell right there. And you may be ending right there. Okay, you're out of the trade. We're looking for what? Another saddle cell. There's another one. So that's where you say, okay, now I want to look for a short trade again. And there it goes again for a while. So that's how you find them. That's how you simulate trade. You learn to spot them. Now you didn't know it was coming up. Pick a spot you don't even know what is on the chart, and then do that. And that's how you can become good at finding saddle by saddle cells in a short period of time. Okay, and the Nth Degree has everything that you will need to become a successful trader. And we have this for only $497. Now, this is what I'm going to share with you here. There's a link. Now, this may not apply because we didn't talk about it. We're having a webinar Monday where you'll see this. You'll have more than 24 hours. So, Michael, anyone that wants to buy in the next few days, I'll still honor this, given the Trader Success Summit. The Trader Success Summit was 4 students that are extremely successful. And they shared their history, their story. They shared their strategy. And that's our Success Summit. And this is included in the course material. As those 4 successful students, one is making a 90% win-loss ratio. And he makes quite a few pips a week also. Another's making 500 to 1,000 pips a week consistently. Another one is making, on the low end, $15,000 to $20,000 a month. And many months he does more than that, but he says, I always do that, so you can share that part with him. And this alone is worth $497. We're going to throw that in. Now, is what it has. It contains over 8 hours of additional instruction. You want to hear how the struggles that some of these people went through to become successful? Well, that's what this course will share with you. You hear their words, and they're showing you the strategies that I'll show you in this webinar. And they can shorten your learning curve to become a successful, consistent trader. And each panelist will provide valuable insight on how you can get to where they are in less time than it took them. So for $497, this is what you get. You get the Nth Degree trading system, lifetime access to our European and U.S. trading rooms, the Trader Success Summit recordings, a 60-day trial of our alerts package. I didn't even talk about the alerts. and there's a lot more. And so here's the link. You can type that in and order that right now. But I'm going to show one additional thing that you can look into a little deeper. If you have additional questions, you can talk to Michael. You heard his voice. He's here today. You can ask him questions right now at michael@forexstrategysecrets.com. If you send an email, send a way to contact you, like your Skype address, a phone number, or you can call. You can call his direct line at 801-805-0159. And toll-free, if you don't have a toll-free service, you can call that number. Okay, so that's what I have there. Now I want to show you, we want people to learn what they're getting into and actually find out what it's all about. And it says the Jumpstart videos, and there's some other things you'll have access to here. And installing the Jumpstart indicator, so it tells you all the indicators. It talks about simulated trading. It talks about doing the different time frames. So that alone is worth the effort to log into our site and pick up this little strategy and learn how to do simulated trading. You can use that concept in any market you're using, stocks, commodities, indices, whatever. That concept will teach you how to trade whatever you're trading in a shorter period of time. Okay, so that's where the Jumpstart is. But here's what the product and the pricing and so forth are. We have several different packages here. Click on them. Read all the information about them. And we want and listen about our inner circle, how you get involved with that. On 24 hours a day, there's people talking on that. There are times when it's slower than others because the market's not moving, people are not talking about it. But it's around the clock. People from around the world are in there talking with one another. Personal coaching. We have webinars and training. We have alerts and stops, live trading rooms. And here's how you get into the trading rooms. Come and visit us. Resources. You have access to, we call it the American Gladiator Trading Room. You click on that link, and then we'll be updating this each month. But we are now down to the 23rd would be the last one. It's only 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so this is the one you could attend tomorrow. Here's next week's, and then we'll have a new schedule up. And just click on that link and register and join. So that's how you find that. So anyway, we want you to figure out if this is something you really want to do, even trade the currency market, trade with us. That's what we would love to have you find that out. One of the students that makes 500 to 1,000 pips a week had gone through 3 or 4 different courses, came across ours, and if this didn't work out for her, her husband told her she had to quit. It's a female. And it started working out well for her, and then we came out with our Nth Degree product. She came in a month before our Nth Degree product came out. She only had the introduction to Nth Degree is all we had recorded. And she practiced it for a while, and we shared one concept with her, and she took off like a rocket. And she teaches people how to do that. She actually runs one of the trading rooms now, and we have students running the European trading room. They're also in the U.S. trading room. Most of the time I'm there, but we have students with 40 years of experience, 20 years of experience, 5 years of experience, successful traders. They have joined us because they like what they see. They're using our material with their knowledge. They share things with us. So it's not just me talking. We got people that are experts on the news. We got people expert on patterns. People are expert on timing trades. And people are reporting all the time, oh, I took out 60 pips today. I took out 150 pips today. And these are students that are successful, and they're not even hosting anything. They just show up and they like to trade with us. They don't even trade with us anymore, but they like to come back and talk, and they share, and they just have a good time doing it. People have retired from their full-time jobs and are trading our system full-time. And these are the people you get a chance to associate with and talk with. You can actually ask them questions, talk to them live. It's not like you have to be put off in a corner and not able to talk to people.